Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another Tech Gear Talk video. Today I want to talk about a topic that a lot of people have contacted me about. I recently started this channel and I'll get into the reasons of why I started it and why I continue to use it the way that I do in another video. A very common comment that I get when I tell people about the channel is, that's so cool. Like, I've been thinking of doing something like that, or been wanting to do that exact same thing, or I've been wanting to start a channel about, put in your topic, whatever it may be. Now, obviously starting a YouTube channel is a huge topic, but we have to start somewhere, right? And my goal for this video is to get you thinking and maybe also even going through some self-awareness exercises that I think will be helpful for you in the long run. If you watch my trailer, you'll know I started my first company 17 years ago when I was 24. My background is in web design, branding, SEO, and web development, and so I bring that perspective to everything that I tell you. And what I like to do is use some of the concepts that I've learned about promotion in other areas and then apply them to YouTube. And I don't mean that just because something works in one area, it's necessarily gonna work in another one. But what I like to do is think about why it worked in one area and then figuring out a way of how to apply that to YouTube. I've spent years helping brands grow and succeed, and what I hope to do with this series is just share some of that information with you, so hopefully it helps you as well. Now, I'm quite aware that at the time that I'm shooting this video, this channel has less than 2,000 subscribers. So you may look at it and say, well, you only have 2,000 subscribers, like how are you gonna sit there and tell me what I should do with my channel? And I think that's a totally valid objection. What you're doing is you're essentially asking for proof of concept. You're saying you do it first, and then when I can see that you're successful doing what you're telling me to do, then I'll listen to you. And that's cool. I'm not out here looking for every subscriber or every view. I'm just gonna put this content out there and I hope that it can be helpful. Okay, so back to starting a YouTube channel. The very first thing you should do before you start thinking about what camera you're gonna use or what lighting you're gonna use, what microphone, the very first thing you should ask yourself is, why am I starting this YouTube channel? And I don't mean that from a standpoint of discouragement. I mean that you should take a serious look at why you actually want to do this. And in the comment section below, I'm super interested in knowing, why do you want to start your YouTube channel? Or why did you start one? So let's look at some possible answers. Are you starting it to make money? Do you want to get a lot of subscribers? Do you want to get a lot of views? Do you want to be YouTube famous? Are you just doing it for fun? And go deeper into that. If your answer is to make money, well, how much money? Do you want this to be your primary source of income? Do you plan on only making money off of YouTube, or is this part of a larger plan for a personal brand? Now, to be honest, none of those are my main motivators. And it doesn't actually even really matter. You have to do you. You figure out what motivates you and what your goals are, and then stick to it. And don't let any of the outside noise get in the way. If you really want to do this, you either already have or can easily get all the tools that you need, but you have to do the work. No one else is gonna do it for you. I wanna emphasize that I want you to go deep into your answers. Like really think about it. It's not gonna take that long, but really think about it. And here's an example of why. And again, with no judgment. Let's say a lot of people have said, it's so cool that you get free product. Okay, so let's pretend that I send you a $20 product. And you have to research it, shoot your video, edit, publish, and promote it. You will conservatively spend 10 hours of work doing that. And you could just go get a job making $10 an hour, make $200, buy that $20 product, and have a ton of money left over. So is your goal really to get free product? If your goal is to get, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, my question is why? Why 100,000? I mean, I know you get a nice silver play button plaque, but is that the reason? That's a lot of work to do just to get a plaque. So is that really the reason? And if that's not the reason, if the plaque is not the reason, then why 100,000? Why not 50,000? Why not 200? Why not 500? Figure out what 100,000 subscribers means to you and then why it means that to you. And then you'll actually have an understanding of what you really want. And my advice is, make your goals meaningful, not arbitrary. I promise that if you frame your goals in a way that's truly meaningful to you, you'll be so much happier. So ultimately, your answer to why you started or why you want to start a YouTube channel may have some components that I've mentioned, and it could be for a completely different reason. But I want you to think about it because your answer to that question will ultimately dictate your strategy, and it will also influence how you measure success. As I mentioned personally, none of those were my reasons for starting a YouTube channel. And because of that, I'm gonna measure success differently than someone who has a different goal than me. I'll give you a very basic example and then I'll relate it to YouTube. Let's pretend I'm working with a company on a campaign and their goal is brand awareness. So they're a startup, they make running shoes, they just want more people to know about their brand. That's gonna drive our strategy, dictate what content we create, and then also how we use that content. And ultimately, it's gonna dictate how we measure the success of that campaign. So we may look at how many people in the target audience we were able to reach. And the more people we were able to reach, the more successful the campaign was. Now, what if the goal of the campaign was conversion and more specifically sales? So now we're gonna look at sales as the indicator of success. And we're gonna say the more sales we made, the more successful the campaign was. Make sense? All right, so how would I apply this to YouTube? And again, I get this is a very basic example. Let's say you created 2 videos or 2 series of videos, it doesn't really matter. The first one got 1,000 views, but generated 50 new subscribers. The second one got 10,000 views and generated 10 new subscribers. So which one was more successful? Now, if your goal is to get more views, then obviously you're gonna say the second was more successful because it got 10,000 views, whereas the first one only got 1,000 views. If on the other hand, your goal is to get more subscribers, well, now you're gonna say the first was more successful because it got you 50 new subscribers, whereas the second one only got you 10. Now, of course, this is a super simple example and it grossly oversimplifies it, but I just wanted to illustrate the point and I'm sure that you can take it from there and expand on it. So again, back to the beginning, think about why you're doing this so that you can develop a strategy that will get you to where you want to be. No one can tell you how to get to where you want to be if you can't tell them what that place is. It would be like asking the Maps app on your phone for directions without putting in a destination. Yes, I can give you some basic tips. I can say stay on the roads and obey traffic signs, but I can't give you more specific advice without knowing where your destination is. And here's a teaser for another video that's upcoming. The reason why you started your YouTube channel is just that. It's what you wanted at that moment, or what you might want right now. It doesn't mean that 6 months, 2 years, 5 years down the road, you're still gonna have that same reason or those same goals. And honestly, success on YouTube is a long game. It's a lot of work, it takes persistence, consistency, and determination. But if you have those things, you can achieve it. So you probably have a lot of questions about what I said. And if you do, go ahead and ask me questions in the comment section below or on Twitter or Instagram. And I'm equally interested in what you have to say, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. So you might think, yeah, this is something important to think about. And you might have some questions about that. Or you might think, no, this is complete crap. That's completely irrelevant. It's unimportant. It's a waste of time. And I don't know why anybody would do that. I want to know if that's what you think too. I want to know why you think that, more importantly. If you're interested in starting or growing a YouTube channel, I hope this video is helpful and I hope it gets you thinking about what's really important to you. Give it a thumbs up, tweet it, share it, and then hit that subscribe button and the notification button too, because that's the real subscribe button now. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Tech Gear Talk. Good luck and see you soon.